Hello, everyone. Tomorrow is Pentecost Sunday. So, what is Pentecost? Pentecost is known as the birth of the church. It came after the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus. In John's Gospel, it says the disciples were hid behind closed doors. After everything they had just witnessed happened to Jesus, they were living in fear, they were afraid, and they felt alone. But Jesus came to them in that fear, and he didn't come in judgment or anger. He came to them and he said, "Peace be with you." And he said that twice. The reason why he said that is because he knew how much the disciples needed that peace. And then he breathed on them and let his Holy Spirit release among them. And those disciples went out and they no longer feared because they knew they weren't alone. They stepped out in courage and they stepped out in faith for Jesus. And basically, why does that matter today? It matters today because so many of us are still living in fear. We're afraid to admit that we have faith. We're afraid to step out. We're afraid to do things, myself included. I've been afraid and I've hid, but I feel like Pentecost spoke deeply to me, and it's time to now step out and to stop being afraid and to know that Jesus sends his Holy Spirit with us all and doesn't abandon us, and there is strength in that. So Pentecost, it isn't a story for the past. I believe it's a promise for today, and it's there for all of us. So any of us who have been afraid, who are in pain, who feel alone, who feel abandoned, Jesus, if you allow him in, will come to all those places, and trust me, if you allow God in, that's where true happiness begins.